So you really have taken on a variety of different positions at the chamber, and ultimately one of the things I know the tagline is to help businesses in business. So kind of tell a little bit about to the audience, what does that mean for you, especially now that you're the president of Houston West Chamber of Commerce? What does that tagline kind of mean to you guys?
So we're in business for business. One of the things when I started the chamber is, what is a chamber of commerce? I really didn't understand how it worked. And what we're here to do is to really help business network and help grow their business, introducing people. For example, you're here and you're going to introduce so many different members to the chamber through this awesome opportunity through the podcast, and give them the opportunity to tell them what their business is all about and hopefully build their business. And that's what we're here for, in business for business.
Gotcha. So really helping businesses have an awareness,
Absolutely.
Be able to connect. I know that's probably a lot of times people end up calling in. They want to know, hey, do you know someone that does this, right? That
Absolutely.
has expertise.
That's why it's so important to really take advantage of your membership and get involved. If somebody asks me, hey, I'm looking for someone that can build my website, or someone that's in the internet world, we know who we can refer to. So it's very important to really utilize your membership and get involved, because that's how people get to know you.
Yeah, well, and I'll be honest, that was, I took your advice from a chamber orientation, and that's what I did. I got involved, went to some different committees, and saw what did I like, what would make sense for me, and ultimately who we are as an organization, and that's been really good advice.
So are you coming to orientation today?
I can't today because I'm running my own business development class, but yes.
Awesome.
Other times, I love the orientation. It's just a great way to meet some new members. So then, as you think about kind of what's happening in 2020 for the Houston West Chamber, why would someone want to choose this chamber over others? Kind of, how does this Houston West Chamber of Commerce kind of stack up?
Well, there's over 50 different chambers in the Houston area. We're on the west side. We cover probably one of the largest areas in Houston. We cover all the way out from Highway 6 to Greenway Plaza, all the way up to Bellway 8 down to 59.
Okay.
So we encompass Energy Corridor, A-Leaf, Spring Branch, Memorial City, Galleria, Greenway Plaza. And if you're trying to do business in any of those locations, this is the chamber that you want to be part of. Not to mention the staff is amazing. Everybody is so friendly. And we have so many events and so many different opportunities for you to get involved and get out there and really introduce yourself and meet other members of our chamber. That's why we have our calendar. And thank you for pulling that up. You can see there's so many things to go to. We can't expect you to go to everything, but there is something for everyone, and it's just a great way to get involved.
And that's a great thing just to be able to emphasize there, is that the chamber really has events, and they look at it, is it adding value to our members? Is it giving them the exposure they need? Is it connecting them in a way that's meaningful? And if not, it seems like you guys are more than willing to go and do something different.
Every event is geared towards a different type of business owner. We have events that are for our small business owners. We have our really large events that are for our big, gigantic business owners. So there's something for everyone. There definitely is. There's no reason why not one business here in the Houston area would not benefit from joining our chamber.
And then that's something that's really significant. I think that whether you're a solopreneur, right, one employee, or you have 1,000, there's a lot of value to be a member of the Houston West Chamber of Commerce versus some others where, man, in order to kind of pay to play, you need to be pretty large in order to cover some of those costs.
Absolutely. And we want to make sure that we're there to offer that to every different type of business owner, from large to small.
Gotcha. Is there anything in particular, Carrie, that you're very excited about that's going to be happening here in 2020?
There's so much to be excited about. We have an amazing staff. We've got some great events coming up. Our chamber celebration, which just to see the excitement on the team's face about what we're doing and the ideas that they have, is really encouraging, and it makes me so proud to be part of the team that I have. They're all amazing. We have chamber celebration coming up March 19th, so I know we had a first date coming up in February, which we had to change. And of course, we have the wonderful golf event coming up April 20th, 420. So we're really excited about that too, and just everything that we have going on every day of the week. So today's orientation, tomorrow's coffee talk, Friday we have a ribbon cutting, and it just goes on and on. So
and that's what's wonderful. I think there's a lot of things that if someone wants to get exposure, they want to get known, whether it's for themselves or for their business, there's a multitude of different events that they should be putting themselves at and being able to get them and their business in front of people. Absolutely.
And check out our website. If you're someone that wants to get out there and speak and be part of one of our events, we want to hear from you. There's all those drop downs in our website. You can go on if you're interested in being a speaker for Coffee Talk. you can send in your application to do so. And just coming to orientation, we love to hear from you, and we hope that you all can show up if you are a new business as well.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, today, over the lunch hour, hopefully those of you that maybe didn't have it on your calendar can make it there today. One thing you mentioned, staff, I have to give a shout out to Monica, just because this was something unique. Like, so a lot of times you can't train people to do certain things, right? You just find the right talent. You say, hey, why don't you see if you can be a good fit for us? And so last week, if you guys might not know this, I was hobbling around with crutches, and Monica saw this. She had a friend that had actually fractured their foot, had a scooter. And so she asked me, hey, the scooter is a lot easier to get around. Is that something you'd want? And I said, yeah, I was going to buy one, but they're like $120. And I'm like, I'm only on this thing for 6 weeks. I can endure crutches. And she goes, well, if you want, I know he probably still has it. So she literally, as we're just waiting out here, she gets on the phone, makes a phone call, and long and short of it, that she went and picked it up like that night or the following day, went 20 minutes one way, out of her way, picked it up, brought it back. She wasn't getting paid by anything. She just did it out of the nicest of her heart, called me up the next day, was like, hey, Sherm, got the scooter in my trunk.
I have the best stuff.
And so that kind of staff, that kind of going above and beyond. Sure, was it because she's helping a stranger and a stranger? Sure. Did it help that I'm a member of the chamber? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So as we think about these things, it's not so much what I'm going to get out of it for my own ROI. She helped me have a scooter, and now I'm able to get around and have mobility.
Yeah.
There's with hands, crutches. They're just difficult. So
yes, they are.
That Carrie, to me, encompasses the wonderful staff that you guys have at the chamber, which is amazing.
And I encourage everyone to come on by the chamber office, 10375 Richmond Avenue. We're in Suite 265. Our door is always open. We always have fun. We are always having fun. So come on in and meet us. You will be greeted by one of the crazy ladies in the office, myself, Jeannie, Michelle, Shonda, Devin, Karina, or Monica. And we have a lot of fun. Yeah. It doesn't feel like a job.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's awesome.
And then so last thing, as a final note, if there's anybody that's thinking about joining the Houston West Chamber of Commerce, what's kind of your thoughts for them to have a look at this as the place to be?
Well, we encourage everyone to come and check it out. We never want anybody to feel like they're forced into becoming members of our chamber. That's why it's so important that we offer that opportunity for you to come to 3 events, see if it's something that you're interested in, meet our staff, meet our members. And you'll feel that familyness that makes our members want to be part of our chamber. And ask questions. You will find everything you need in our chamber. And if not, we can tell us what it is that you want, and let's see what we can do to make that happen for you.
Wonderful. Well, Carrie, thank you so much. Appreciate all that you're doing as the president of the Houston West Chamber of Commerce. We're going to take a quick break, everybody, and we're going to bring on James from the Houston Dynamo.
What if you could reach thousands of potentially new clients in just seconds with the sharing of just one business card? It's not possible with your old business card, but it is with NowMedia's new video business card. Hi, I'm Michelle Merhar. You may remember me from the morning news. Most people who receive a conventional business card either lose it or toss it within minutes. And with that, the company has lost that lead and likely that sale. At NowMedia, our new product is changing the industry. The video business card, recorded with cutting-edge technologies in our studios, is designed to be sent quickly using your smartphone or tablet to your clients, suppliers, or anyone you need to be in contact with. It is fully compatible with any instant messaging application or email system you already have. The NowMedia video business card will feature you, along with your contact information, summary of all your company's products or services, and an engaging look. Best of all, it really is affordable for any business, from startups to multinational companies. The NowMedia video business cards are already being used by hundreds of companies, and most of them are seeing and feeling the difference in their lead generation and sales. We don't need to tell you how important our NowMedia video business card will be to your brand, your customer experience, and your ability to interact with your clients. Call us today at 832-384-9588 or email us at videocard@nowmedia.tv.
Welcome back to Guests in the West show. This is your host, Sherman from Mutual of Omaha. Excited to have guests from across the pond, James, at the Houston Dynamo. So, James, why don't you introduce yourself to the audience here?
Hello, Sherman. Thank you for having me. My name is James Cushney, and I'm with the Houston Dynamo. As you can tell with the accent, yes, I'm not from East Texas. I actually grew up in England. My father was in the finance industry, and we spent a lot of time here in Houston. And he was with Texas Commerce in the late 70s and the early 80s, and he always a big fan of Houston, knew it was a growing, upcoming city, and brought us all back, me and my two brothers, brought us back in '02. And yeah, we've been here ever since, and I've been able to see some transition of Houston itself in that time, and just how much it's grown.
Oh, I'm sure you've seen a lot of growth since 2002. So one of the unique things, James, is that now you're with the Houston Dynamo, but that's not where your story began.
No.
So tell the people what you've been doing the last 16 years or so.
Yeah. So actually, I was with Wells Fargo Bank, and I was in the retail sector with the Wells Fargo for about 8 years, and then transitioned to business banking. So I started developing my business acumen and my business clientele, and my sort of love for growing business relationships with people, and learning more about their business and being of a tool for them. And now in my new position with sports, I get to use a game that I love of soccer. Well, I call it football.
Yes.
And just being a resource tool for them in their business.
Yeah. And so does it feel weird? Do you feel like you're abandoning your roots of Crystal Palace versus the Houston Dynamo?
Definitely not. No, definitely not. Hopefully, maybe one day there will be. I will get lucky enough to see them come here to Houston. We have been blessed with some great, exciting teams in Houston, and we're actually we will be playing Cruz Azul on March 27th. And that's an exciting game. That there's a big team in Mexico, so that's going to be a upcoming game. But no, I still keep in touch with my local team. Every Saturday morning, I'll get to wake up and eat my breakfast, have my coffee, and I'll get to watch them.
All right. Now, a lot of people that might not be familiar. Of course, the English Premier really is the echelon, right, worldwide,
Yes.
Globally, of athletes. But you were telling me that the MLS is really starting to gain some global recognition. So, kind of maybe talk a little bit about that.
Yes. Well, of course, a lot of people think of Major League Soccer as the retirement league. Oh, that's where everyone goes to retire. But what we're seeing now is a transition that, because of the athletic talent pool that is the United States, kids are actually staying in soccer. And that's only continuing. The coaching is getting better. The facilities are getting better. And that's actually it's building attraction from the big clubs, and they're starting to develop their academies and their camps over here. And it's exciting. We're seeing a lot of young youth that are getting picked up from not only our local academies and bettering our league, but they're actually going across the pond at a younger age, which is really exciting.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
So I know that here in Houston, though, specifically, it's not just if you guys don't just play the Dynamo. Who else is also playing at that pitch?
So we've got the Houston Dash as well. They are our women's professional soccer team, and they're just as exciting as our US women's, which we just had this last week. Their season kicks off in early spring, so we're I believe in early April we should be kicking off. And we're nothing but getting excited and ready for both seasons. The Dynamo, we kick off later this month on the 29th of February. And we will be hosting LA Galaxy, so that's the big team coming in. We will be Chicharito's first MLS his MLS debut. We'll be here in Houston, so it's definitely exciting.
That is. So then, what's interesting is that there's a lot of you mentioned some the U.S. women's played at the over at the BBVA Stadium, right? Or is it the 76 Stadium?
No, the BBVA Stadium.
And then of course the Dynamo, the Dash. How can someone keep if they a fan of soccer, they're a fan of football, how can they stay up to date with what's all the different events that are happening there at the stadium?
Well, we have a great social media following. You can follow our we have a YouTube channel, we have Instagram, Twitter, and our internet. Our website is a great way just to stay updated with everything. But also with the ESPN Plus, we'll have our away games. If you are a member of ESPN Plus.
Oh, that's great. So really it allows people to really stay, become fans and follow as things progress throughout the season. Now, I know that you focus more on helping businesses, just like you did at Wells Fargo for several years, helping businesses kind of create a brand awareness, some really unique opportunities. So talk a little bit about what you're doing there at the Houston Dynamo there.
So the exciting thing is what I do is I'm able to offer a business and basically an environment to host not only just their employees. I can give them an environment of a live action sports for their prospects, for their clients, for their vendors, and it's just all about being how we could be a tool for their business. With hospitality, we have some great, amazing suites that are close to the pitch. We have our pitch side patio. We have a sky lounge that is also in our stadium, and our great, humongous Heineken Star Bar, which is able to host a great, exciting event.
And what's unique, although a large stadium, it still feels like you're very close to the action, right?
Yes. The great thing is we're big enough for a good professional size sports entertainment environment, but we're also close niche enough to where there's not a bad seat in the house.
Yeah.
Like
sometimes, no offense, but in the Houston Astros, I had like the last seat, literally the last seat where the AC Ducks are, and you're so far away.
So really you're just there for the environment
Absolutely.
of the fans, really, which is still a cool thing to experience.
Yeah,
it's still is fun. Yeah.
Well, and then so I know that you had mentioned over the break that there's an event coming for people to be kind of on the business side to kind of get like I want to call it a tour, but you kind of explain to it a little bit.
Yeah, so it's actually our Sip and See event. So it's an opportunity for business members to come out down to the stadium. We will host them out for like a private tour. And we can show you kind of the hospitality areas that you can kind of like create your own event. I like to say it has I can give you the keys to the stadium, and then you can kind of create your own company events. And also I can kind of like sneak you in and give you like an explore around the backstage, like around the locker rooms, trophy case and all that as well. Yeah. So it's a exciting time as well. And we will be hosting or have availability of food that will be on the menu for this season.
Well, that sounds great. So when is that Sip and See taking place?
That's going to be on the February 20th. From 5:30 to 7.
Okay, so perfect. After a long day of work, can come and check out the Dynamo and all the trappings there. The nice thing is you look at the overall cost, it's a great bang for buck if you want to entertain clients in a really unique way. Do you also get involved with any kind of groups with, hey, I want to have a birthday party there. I want to be able to show my son who's into soccer kind of a more unique experience than just going to the game. Yes,
we do all sorts. We do birthday parties. We also work with school associations. We're a great way for fundraising. So for university, college chapter associations, if they need help fundraising, non-profits we work a lot with to help brand awareness and also fundraising as well.
So if someone can't make it to the Sip and See, and hey, they have more of a unique scenario, how can they reach out to you, James, especially if they're maybe listening to this on a podcast? How can they get in touch with you?
Sure, you can reach out to me. Hopefully my information will be running through the screen. But yeah, if you're in the car, you can look me up at Orange Experiences. And that is on, I'm on Twitter and Instagram, and you'll have to excuse me. I am still growing my social media presence, so it's not as professional as I would like it to be. But just give me some time. And but yes, or you can email me at jcushney, and the last name Cushnie at HoustonDynamo.com.
All right. Well, wonderful, James. Is there any last final thoughts? You guys are active members of the Houston West Chamber of Commerce. Why is that an organization that you guys decided to be part of?
We've actually been using it for more than a couple of years now, and I've been with the organization since August, and it's just been a great way just for me to meet people and learn about more in industries and just see of how we can help each other, sort of thing.
All right, everybody. So definitely put it on your calendar, February 20th, Sip and See, starting at 5:30. You can reach out to James if you're listening to this podcast format, JCUSHNIE at HoustonDynamo.com. They have a lot going on. Dynamo is the men's league.
Yep.
Dash is the women's league. And it sounds like they have a lot of different outside professional teams globally coming to the BBVA Stadium. And so a lot of great opportunity to just really get involved with soccer, or as James calls it, football. So now that the football season's over, now the real football season starts, right?
Very true.
All right. Well, thanks again, James, for coming in here on the Guest in the West show, episode number 10. Want to thank Jonathan, our producer here at Now Media. Want to thank Juan and Nancy at the team here at Now Media Studios for allowing us to use this space. Want to thank Devin at the Houston West Chamber of Commerce for organizing this. If you want to get on the Guest in the West show, please email her at events@hwcoc.org. Appreciate Carrie Warner, the president, stopping by and sharing with us her thoughts on Houston West Chamber of Commerce 2020. So this is a show, everybody, and that's a wrap. Sherm's out.